What's going on, guys? It's etaprime back here again. It's been a little while since I made an Arcade1up video, but I was recently at my local Target and I was able to pick up the Marvel version, which contains 3 games, for $199. I couldn't pass it up. I really haven't had any urge to pick up any other cabinet from Arcade1up except for this one. When this was announced, I really wanted to get the special edition, but it's $399 on their website. Now, it does have that lit marquee, Sanwa sticks and buttons, and a nice little riser, but I couldn't bring myself to spend that much on a small arcade like this. But I think $200 is a good deal, especially if you're into these kind of games. Now, keep in mind, if you do come across one of these Marvel versions in store, it's probably not going to be the special edition, so you're not going to get those Sanwa buttons and sticks, lit marquee, or a riser. But I do think this is worth $200 if you're into Marvel and these Capcom games. And if you watch my channel, you know I absolutely love them. Now, you might see a few toys laying around here. That's because this is actually going in my son's room, because I already have about 7 arcades in my office and I just don't have any more room for them. So I'm actually noticing some really awesome differences between these and the first wave of Arcade1up machines that hit the shelves. First up, the speaker system. Now, this Marvel version has 2 speakers built in with a 3.5mm audio jack, so if you want to upgrade these speakers down the road, it should be pretty easy to do so. It's actually really nice to see dual speakers in these Arcade1up machines, because all the ones I've ever had in the past had a single speaker and it wasn't great at all. The next changes I'm seeing here are really nice, and they have to do with the control panel itself. Now, in the first wave of Arcade1ups, they didn't send you this protector here, but you could order it from them for free. And the sticks have actually been upgraded. These aren't Sanwa sticks, they're pretty much Sanwa clones, so if you order some on eBay or Amazon, you're going to get the same thing here. I've never had any trouble with them in the past, but these do feel 100 times better than the original sticks that came in the first wave of Arcade1ups. Plus, instead of soldering the buttons, they have connectors on them now, so it should be really easy to upgrade these buttons. Now, with the sticks, you'll still have to do a little bit of soldering, but changing the buttons out shouldn't be any issue at all. They're still using the 17-inch monitor, but if we move around back here, the whole control panel has been totally changed out. Now, in the original Arcade1ups, they used an all-winner A11 chip, which was like a single-core 1 GHz CPU. But now, inside of here, I'm pretty sure they're using a different ARM SoC. And if we take a look at this really closely, we have some extra ports here. We have that 3.5mm audio jack in for our new speakers, an extra power out for a lighted marquee, and there's a micro USB connection on here. Now, I haven't tried to interface with this whatsoever. I'm not sure if we can reach UART through here or not and add extra games. That'll be something I'll look into in the next couple days, but right now I kind of want to get this thing together and see how it performs on its own. As for the chip being used in here, I have no clue. Unfortunately, they have pretty much super glued this heatsink on top of the chip, so I cannot get it off, and if I pry it any harder, I will break something. I'm pretty sure they're using a different CPU from their first wave, like the Street Fighter and the Rampage versions, but I'm not sure exactly what they're using in this one. But either way you look at it, if you want to mod this out, I think the easiest thing to do would be add a Raspberry Pi to it. Assembly is super straightforward, comes with everything you need except for a Phillips head screwdriver. They have full instructions, and you can get one of these together in about 20 minutes. And when it's all said and done, you have something that looks a little like this, and I love the look of this Marvel version. It is absolutely beautiful. From the marquee, control panel, sides, and the front, this thing looks really, really good. But how does it really perform? Now, I noticed that the boot time is a bit longer than the original Arcade1up machines, or the first wave, but that's totally fine with me. I usually just leave mine running anyway. Right off the bat, it looks like the screen is a bit better quality than the originals also. It's just got more vibrant colors to it. This one does come preloaded with 3 games. We have Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Children of the Atom, and The Punisher, one of my favorites. And one awesome feature they added to these newer machines is full volume control. We can go up to 15 from here, leave it around 10, and it sounds perfect. So let's go ahead and see how this thing performs. First up, we're going to start The Punisher here. So like I mentioned, I think this is an upgraded screen, or they changed the color settings on here because it looks so much better than the first wave. And the sound on this thing is actually great with those dual speakers and the fully adjustable volume. When I first saw they changed out these arcade sticks from the original first wave, I knew they would be better, and I was right. I mean, these feel really good. Now, they're definitely not on par with real Hap or Sanwa sticks, but they're really nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and play through this one a little bit, and then we'll swap over to another game. So far so good. The gameplay is great, the buttons are really responsive, and they're really not that bad. They feel pretty good. Next up, Marvel Superheroes. Now I would have loved to see Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on one of these, but this will definitely do. So I can definitely tell you that this is an upgrade from the first wave. This one feels so much better from the sticks, buttons, and even the screen. The gameplay is spot on with this one here. And finally, I'm going to move over to Children of the Atom. We're going to do a 2-player setup here. My son's going to help me out. Get me.
Daddy!
You're getting me, dude. Oh, man. Why are you beating me up so bad?
Yo!
Oh, man. I can't even get near you.
You didn't kill me. Wolverine's dead. Yo! Yo!
Got me.
Yeah, finally.
Round 2.
You wouldn't get me.
We had to move back over to the Punisher with some Punisher and Nick Fury.
Can you throw it?
Yeah. Press A again.
Oh, God. I'm going real hard.
Got it.
There's that. I want that. I want that bad.
So overall, I'm actually really happy with this one here. Now I know I got it for a pretty good deal at $199, but if I would have saw this at $250, I probably still would have picked it up. I'm a big Marvel and Capcom fan, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to get this one here. And if you're on the fence about picking one up, I think it's totally worth around $250 if you love the games that are on here and you're into Marvel. But you got to keep in mind, the size hasn't changed at all. These are still very small Arcade1up cabinets. With the upgraded sound, better looking screen, and the new sticks, I think Arcade1up is doing a pretty awesome job with these things. I had kind of told myself in the past after making several videos on the Arcade1up mods and stuff like that I wasn't going to pick up any more until they announced this, but then when I saw the price at $400 for the special edition, I decided not to. But if you you can pick up the regular version for cheap like I did, I think it's well worth it. Now I've seen a lot of the other Arcade1ups on sale at Walmart for $150, even at Target for $150, but this is the first time I saw the Marvel for $199. Most of these cabinets are on sale everywhere I see them. I was really tempted to pick up the Mortal Kombat version, but I'm personally not a big Mortal Kombat fan, and I really never have been. I mean, I do like the game, but I'd rather play Capcom fighting games like Street Fighter over Mortal Kombat. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you watching. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this board, see what I can do with it. If there's any way to mod it like it sits, I will. If not, I'll let you know. But if you want to see anything done to this cabinet, let me know in the comments below. It'd also be really cool if you could hit that like button or maybe subscribe to the channel. But like always, thanks for watching.